Hey guys, it's your girl Kennedy G, and today I'm going to talk to you guys about how to reinvent yourself, but while I get ready. Tip 1, declutter your space because it will allow you to declutter your mind. So what does that mean? If you feel like it's super messy and you just get really overwhelmed, and whenever you are, just trying to walk into a space, you feel like it's just like kind of overwhelming. So the thing about that is you need to, declutter. So cleanse that energy. We all know that instant feel. Sometimes you might need to take a weekend. Instead of going out with your friends, maybe you just need to, stay at home and prioritize yourself and prioritize your space. This way, you'll also be able to kind of, go out with the old and in with the new. Blast some tunes, maybe even splurge on some new furniture you've been wanting or have been eyeing even. Go through your closet. I love doing this. I feel like whenever I go through my closet, I feel like a new person because one, I find things that I haven't worn and I maybe want to start wearing them again or maybe wear them differently. And then two, you have room to get rid of everything that you don't want, so that way you can go on this path of reinventing yourself, because you're not going to want to reinvent yourself with the same clothes or the same, all the same items that you've been holding on to this whole time. And I'm talking, if you haven't worn these clothes in a year, it's time to donate them. Also, negative self-talk, that needs to be done with too. We are only going to be positive and say nice things about ourselves, okay? No more Miss Negative Nancy, no more talking bad about ourselves, none of that. Just remember, you are worthy. Manifest that self-worthiness, okay? You are fierce and you are worthy. 2, revisit your passions because maybe it'll lead you to something different. Remember that thing that you used to love doing before, and maybe you wish that you could go back to doing it. Well, hey, bring it back out. Who says you can't retry it? Who says that you can't maybe re-fall in love with the passion that you always loved? Sometimes it takes us to walk away from things to realize that these are the things that we really loved doing this entire time. Trust me. There's so many times that I have, felt like I wanted to walk away from modeling. There's so many times that I felt like I wanted to just give up, and I've even walked away from modeling for a point in my life, and I feel like it just always brought me back to it. No matter what I was doing, it always brought me back. Or even with YouTube, I feel like I have always made a YouTube. Ever since I was little, I've always made YouTube videos, and I've always just kind of wanted to be a YouTube creator, but then for some reason I stop, or I just go back and forth. And I feel like sometimes when you take a break from things, it can help you either find a new passion, or it can help you fall in love with this original passion too. Tip number 4, the fashion reboot. What you're gonna do, it kind of goes back to the decluttering, but this is specifically for clothes. If you haven't worn those clothes in about a year or two, it's time to get rid of them. Okay, your bestie that moved to Wisconsin, and it's her top, and either mail it to her or tell her to give you a shipping label, or get rid of it. You don't need to be holding on to your bestie's clothes. You don't need to be holding on to your auntie's clothes. None of that. No, we don't have time for that, okay? We are trying to declutter our space, and we do not need anybody else's things in our space, cluttering them up and making it overwhelming for us. Because when it comes to clothes, when you throw something out, you know what they say, out with the old, in with the new. And now this gives you time well, it's not time, but this gives you a reason for therapy. And my favorite kind of therapy I like to call retail therapy. So get rid of those clothes and go shopping. Even if you don't want to go shopping and you're on a budget, you can still find a way to repurpose and rewear some of those clothes. And I'm actually going to be talking about this on my fashion channel. So go ahead and subscribe so that way you can learn how to reinvent your closet as well. But yes, retail therapy is the best kind of therapy. Just take some time to go through your wardrobe, curate the look that you think you want, and maybe even go on Pinterest to try to find some inspiration of what looks and styles you want to start dressing like. Also, this doesn't mean act like you're gonna be on the next episode of Hoarders and go crazy and just buy a bunch of stuff because I said out with the old, in with the new. Don't do that either. And don't break your bank if you don't have. Definitely invest in some statement pieces. Invest in something that's gonna make you feel powerful, make you feel like the new you, and make you feel like you're the boss ass bitch that you've always been meant to be. What you wear should give you confidence. It shouldn't make you feel like you're hiding, and you shouldn't be hiding behind your clothes. Again, we wanna show that we're bosses, but we don't want to overcompensate our wardrobe for what we feel like we're lacking. One thing I always like to say is, if you look good, you feel good, and if you feel good, you play good. That was always my motto in school when I was playing sports in college, and I feel like that's just something that people should stick with them throughout life, because that's something that stuck with me. And I feel like if it wasn't for that, I probably don't know what I would be like, honestly, because it's true. If you look good, you feel good, and that's important. I'm not saying you have to go and just be completely vain and shallow, but you know, you should definitely prioritize your look and prioritize, you know, because that'll make you feel better, you know. Step 4. Now, this one is, this one's a little tricky. So you don't want to go too overboard with this one and end up being a cloud chaser. Well, I'll just tell you first. Step number 4 is fake it till you make it. So with this one, you don't want to go too overboard and then, you know, have it look like you're being a cloud chaser. But what you do want to do is you do want to kind of fake the funk. And what that means is you want to be the person that you want to be. You know, if you want to be more confident, wake up in the morning and just say, you know what? I don't care today. Today is the day, and I just don't care anymore. You know, and even if you don't feel like, and even if you feel like you do still care, nobody knows that but you. So just fake it till you make it. It's all a mindset, okay? Everything is a mindset. If you know in your head, or if you tell yourself 1,000 times that you're gonna be rich, eventually you're gonna just be rich because you told yourself that. It takes a little bit of confidence to find your groove, or even to get your groove back. Tell yourself how amazing you are, and even if you don't completely believe it at first, just keep telling yourself, keep it positive, and just keep moving forward. I know that sounds kind of cheesy, but it's always been one of my mottos, and I feel like it's also helped me a lot in life. Reinventing yourself is not a one-day process. It's not gonna just happen overnight, but it is a journey. And it's something that's gonna happen over time. And if you just let it, then eventually it will be. Gonna be a lot of ups and downs, and I'm not saying that reinventing yourself is easy by any means, because it's not. But as long as you focus on self-love, you're gonna be so thankful that you did. Embrace you. Embrace who you're gonna be. Embrace the new you. And don't forget, if you look good, you feel good, and you gotta fake it till you make it. So that being said, I can't wait to see the new you. Thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.